Why does it seem like more startups in the tech sector come out of the state of California than other states? Well, I'm here right now on Oracle's incredible campus here in California, and that boat there is one of the boats that Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, used to win the America's Cup. He's very competitive. Now, I want to talk about why more startups in the tech sector come out of the Bay Area than other states, more out of California than anywhere else. And a lot of us know about the whole hippie movement in the 1960s, and yeah, that's part of it. People do think differently here, and here it's kind of cool to fail. It's not shameful like it might be in other places. But one thing that, one reason why the state of California has many startups is because non-compete contracts are not really enforced in the courts here, unlike other states. And so if you worked at Oracle, for example, and you wanted to leave to start a competing software company or work for a competitor, you can do so even if you've signed a non-compete contract with Oracle. And Oracle has tons of incredible entrepreneurs that have come out of here to start great companies like Tom Siebel or Mark Benioff. There's tons of them, and there's more so from Oracle than any other company. I'll talk about that in a second. But because the state of California doesn't force those non-compete contracts to be upheld or used, I should say, California kind of has a leg up on the other states when it comes to entrepreneurship. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how come the state of Washington, where you have two great technology companies, Microsoft and Amazon, don't have more startups coming out of it? I can't really think of any startups or great startups that have ever come out of Amazon or Microsoft for that matter. And one of the reasons is if you leave one of those two companies to go work for a competitor, you have to actually obey that non-compete contract that you signed. And so I actually have friends that have left Microsoft as engineers and gone over to Amazon. But for the first year that they're there, they had to work in the finance department. And then by the second year, they're allowed to go and work in engineering at the competitor there. So it's a little bit different, Now, I want to talk about why Oracle, and I want to talk about frustration in business as well. So Oracle has a very competitive, extreme type A corporate culture to it, which is good and bad. It's good if you're starting a career and you want to learn how to hustle and become a great salesperson. But it's bad if you can't take the pressure. But I think that with a lot of companies like Oracle, they can be great places to start a career because you can learn how to sell. And to be able to sell something virtual that nobody sees, feels, or touches, meaning software, to be able to sell that stuff, you've got to be a great salesperson. And I think Larry Ellison is one of the best salespeople out there. And it's no surprise that Mark Benioff, who's actually the youngest manager in the history of Oracle, came out of this place to start Salesforce.com. And Tom Siebel started his own customer relationship management software company. PeopleSoft came out of here, and there's so many more. But it seems that Oracle has more people starting companies than any other big tech company that I can think of, especially in the software sector. Right? You don't really hear of too many people that started at Facebook or Google and went on to start great software companies or internet companies like you've seen here in Oracle. Mind you, Oracle is a bit older than the other companies. Now, I want to pivot as we make our way over to this wonderful boat and see how close I can get to it. All right, I want to pivot now and talk about frustration in business because, and I'm sorry about the wind there, but it's good for the sails. I'm sure there's a lot of very frustrated people that not only work here, but in other large tech companies as well, or other large companies in general. And I think that frustration is a good thing in business. It's really good for you because it forces you to kind of focus on what you're most passionate about and to leave and to hopefully start your own company one day. And so, frustration is a good thing in business because it allows you to no longer deal with the BS politics of working for somebody else. Okay, and Oracle certainly is a very tough place to work at, but very successful as well. And I'm not sure if any of you watched the America's Cup, but I had a good friend who, I don't know if I should say this, but here I go. A good friend of mine, and she worked at Oracle a couple of years ago, and she was out here in the Bay Area during Oracle World, which is the annual Oracle convention. and where customers from all over the world come to see all about new Oracle products and whatnot. And Larry Ellison was supposed to give the keynote that day, and he actually skipped the keynote. And I remember talking to my friend, and she said, he's not here yet. We're waiting here at Moscone Center. He's not here. And what Larry was doing is he was actually watching the America's Cup. And actually what happened was there was the biggest come from behind victory in history of sailing, and maybe in all sports. It just goes to show you how incredibly competitive Larry Ellison is. Anyway, this is the boat, or one of the boats at least. I think that's, oh, here it is. It says winner of the 33rd America's Cup. And so very competitive Larry Ellison is. And one little tidbit here, I don't know if you can see those buildings in the background. Those are database diagrams. So when you look at database flowcharts, and you see those silos, those are databases, and Oracle is probably the best database company in the history of computing. And it actually started out, another interesting tidbit, as their first customer for Larry and for Oracle was the CIA. And they were creating the first top secret database for the CIA called Project Oracle. And that's why they named the company that. So anyway, kind of a cool little tour here of Oracle's headquarters here in the Bay Area. The bottom line is that a lot of great tech companies come out of the state of California because the non-compete contracts are not upheld. And also, if you're ever frustrated by, over here? No problem. Okay, I'm getting in trouble here. All right, I think if you're ever frustrated in business, that's a healthy thing. That's actually a good thing. And because it forces you to, get outside your comfort zone and leave and start your own company. Frustration is a good thing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble. If this was helpful, please click the like button. Let me know if you like my new Blue Jays hat too. Click the like button if you do. And subscribe if you want to, and I will see you mañana. Thank you.